Game 3. Hope this shit's not too loud. Ah, man.
And you know, the first two games held the form, but now the series shifts. So this crowd is going to need to give them everything they can for an advantage. Even though this isn't a must-win, they need to play like it is, because you don't want to be down 3-0. That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one goes down.
It's like practice.
Goes 2 for 2. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
It's Atlanta ball. Working it outside. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Bingo.
Gilgeous-Alexander to George.
Paulie.
Jumper's good. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Paul George to Leonard. Lets it fly from long range. Pulled down by Sabonis. Oh, had him going there for a second. Kawhi Leonard pins it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Leonard. Shot from the lane won't go.
Indeed. Brian King.
Hawks with the basketball.
Getting to his spot.
Trae Young to Howard. From long range. Message received. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Trae Young to Howard.
What a play.
Superman, Dwight Howard. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over,
Kawhi trying to play point guard. We all know that doesn't work.
Leonard.
We all know that doesn't work. Kawhi. Gilgeous.
Can't connect from in close. To Howard.
Hey.
And scores at the rim. Beautifully done with the Euro step.
There is no recovery yet, in particular if the defender does not stay on balance.
It's LA Clippers ball. Leonard. To Paul George. Here comes the screen. George up against the 8-time All-Star. From the painted area, won't go down.
Oh, yeah.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
You're on the island now.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Leonard.
Ooh.
Kawhi Leonard,
Ooh.
2 for 3 now here in the first.
It looks like he's
Oh.
using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Nothing going here on that drive.
Dang.
To Trae Young. Here comes the screen. Trae Young. For 3.
Bang. Oh. I'd be respected. I ain't, you know, I ain't. Oh.
First free throw is good. Knocks down the second free throw.
They let me get away with it so much. I love you, Live.
Hits all 3 free throws.
Good shot, good shot. I got ball, I got ball.
Welcome
George
to
on the
game
drive, but his shot
3.
misses.
Tired.
To Howard.
I'm passing that ball. Dwight.
Superman, Dwight Howard. That's
How
now
many- you got
4.
10 points?
He hasn't missed.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
To George.
Pick up, match up.
And he's
Ooh,
fouled.
what?
He's going to the line for 2.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
I guess I fouled him.
Kawhi
fouled
Leonard
him.
has got 2 shots coming. A career 84% free
you got
throw
me.
shooter.
There was no
And
foul
hits
though.
the first free
There
throw.
was no foul. Why you look like Kevin Durant with
Knocks down a pair.
cornrows?
Here's Atlanta with the basketball.
Yo, Trey, come up court.
Trae Young to Howard. Probing the defense. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Gilgeous-Alexander to Gibson. Taj Gibson above the rim.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Trae Young to Howard. Not
Yo,
that time.
Dwight.
And
Yo,
physicality
Dwight.
is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was
You
every
getting
time.
older.
To Leonard.
Ooh.
Kawhi Leonard. 3 for 4. Good start.
Why he trying
That's
to
the
do
kind of
me like
defense
this?
they're going to play on him all night. Even though he made that shot, he knows there's nothing easy about this game.
Howard with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Dwight must have
This
been
has been a
working on
good
this
first quarter for him so far.
post
That
game.
wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Clippers have the basketball. To Leonard. Almost. Unlucky bounce.
The athleticism there from Brian King pays off.
Keep on trying. Shot's no good there. And he's
Oh,
fouled.
that's a
Very
foul
close,
there.
Jay. Free throws coming up.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Yeah, I agree. Wouldn't want to get caught reaching anymore. Adding any more fouls there to the total.
Nikola Mirotic at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 80% at the line. Nope. First one does not go.
They're going to sub
Knocks down
Brian
the
King
second
out here.
after missing the first.
We got this. Let's go.
Trae Young pulling?
He's got it for 3.
This is a game
Oh,
of ways. As a defense, you
whoa.
have to
What
recognize that they
happened?
come
Y'all just
and they
burnt
go.
them like this?
That will not be the case all the
The
time.
Clippers don't got an answer.
Going to launch beyond the arc.
The Clips don't got an answer. Am I the new Jordan?
Deep 3 at the buzzer. That's the end of 1 here in game number 3. And we're back after this. You're tuned into the NBA Finals on EA Sports.
Am I the new Jordan with my own Steve Kerr?
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's the
About
Clippers with the
16
possession now.
in the second quarter.
Williams.
Posting up.
And he's fouled.
foul
Nice move
by
that
Bobby
time.
Portis.
And he's going
What?
to the line for 2.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
JaMychal Green, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 76% from the line. First one, count it. Two for 2 on that trip.
I don't know if this is my last season in Atlanta or
Trae
not.
Young.
Like I got him.
Inside.
Get
Yes.
get
And
over
the
here.
foul. He'll have
Get
a
over
chance
here.
for 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Oh yeah, you know how we do it. Poster. Hey,
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. LA Clippers with the basketball. Williams. Now a steal by Atlanta.
That's called game plan execution.
Bobby,
to
what are you
perfection.
doing?
Every possession on the road is critical.
Calls out of
Yo,
bounds. Last touch
Bobby.
by Bobby Portis.
yo, can we talk, Mr. Port? You gonna be out of here. You gonna be in the Newport. Swear to God. We gonna send you on a plane to a Newport.
Williams to Redick. Fires the 3. He was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passes.
Nothing going here on that drive.
Oh
Sit
my
down
God.
With authority. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Williams to Taj
Hey,
Gibson.
without Kawhi and PG in the
Oh, he had him
game,
there for a second.
I don't even know why they came here,
Snatching
folks.
it out of the air.
Don't stare him down like that
Pass.
afterwards.
Oh.
And that one is out.
Oh. Hey, coach, I'm injured. Set me out.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
I was just playing. Oh, okay.
It's LA Clippers ball. Williams to Redick. Lets it fly from beyond the arc.
Okay,
Smothering
Bobby
deep.
hustling to the boards. Let's go.
Trae Young.
Oh my
Gibson
God.
Rejects it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Beyond the arc for 3. Knocks it down.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Williams across the timeline. Down a bundle to Gibson. Reddick to Williams. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Williams. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it
Lemon
down for
pepper.
3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him.
Lemon pepper.
This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
The drive right to the basket. Trae Young. The Hawks with 4 to shoot.
Bobby.
Here's a chance from long range.
Yes,
Tough shot.
Bobby.
He hits.
They're shooting the ball well,
Shoot
but let me
that.
tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball.
Let
Look at
that
their hands. Their
motherfucker
hands are
go.
ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go
Let that
right into their
motherfucker.
shot. We call that being
Motherfucker.
shot ready.
Motherfucker.
Buries the 3.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule.
He
Guys,
did let that
remember,
go too late,
sharing
Roger.
is caring.
It's the Hawks with the basketball. Trying to
I'm gonna let
cash
it go
in.
too.
That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
I don't know what halftime evaluation
I'm gonna let
will
it go
be
too.
worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Timeout called here by the Clippers, as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter.
Pepper Lou mad, so is Taj. Oh, if you want to see what happens in this little minute. I'm gonna get copyrighted the mud. We can dock. I don't even know who this is. I just know he got a ball here. That's a dome right there, Taj Gibson, you got a dome. For real. What?
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Leonard to Gilgeous-Alexander. They get it to George. Down low. Stuffs it down with authority.
When you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
What?
Hawks have it.
Playoff P? Is that playoff P?
Trae Young. Here comes the screen. Sizing up the defense.
Ooh.
Has a
Ooh, that's
chance.
off.
Deep two there. Won't go.
And wow.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
PG and Kawhi back on the court. They're going to John damages. Oh, he might. Never mind.
Rebound taken by the Hawks.
Dang, Kawhi.
Trae Young. Here comes the screen. To Howard. Able to
Yes,
convert
sir.
inside.
Dwight might be finals MVP. I think he won it last year.
Clippers have the basketball. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low George. Can't connect from in close.
Knock that down, yo. Knock that down.
Trae Young.
Oh. I did call
Kawhi
for it,
Leonard.
but I thought he had it. Give me that.
Doesn't get the bounce. To Howard.
You open, baby. Shoot that. Shoot that.
Get off me, Kawhi. That's a foul.
5 to shoot for Atlanta. To Trae Young. 4-3.
That's a foul. What is Trae doing on the floor?
To Leonard.
Oh my God.
Kawhi Leonard. 4 out of 7.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game. Not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Ooh,
Short
Trae.
jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't
That's
calling
alright.
it, keep being physical. Keep knocking
Paul
him off
George with
balance.
the ball in his hand. Trying to see what he gonna do. Trying to cover Kawhi as well. He's taking a left
PG
step
lets
back.
it fly.
Give me that board.
That's no good.
Ooh. I'll take the shot.
Nothing's
Good
gonna
putback,
stop
good
him
putback.
in pursuit of the basketball. Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll talk things over.
I'll
here in
take
the second
points
quarter.
on the board, period, over anything. 23. Ooh.
Shifting gears.
Looking like
Here
I'm
comes
the
some
goat.
substitutions.
Looking like I'm the. Looking like I'm the. Ooh.
Kawhi Leonard matched up with Howard. Dwight Howard
Good block.
swats it.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Hey.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
That's right, Jay. Ooh, good block.
Able
What
to
are you
recover
doing?
with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Come here.
The pass
Ah.
taken away by the Clippers. George to Gilgeous-Alexander. Knocked loose. That's out. Last touch by Domantas Sabonis. It'll stay Clipper basketball.
Nah, I
Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. The
Come
follow
on.
won't go either.
Yeah. Hey.
Look out.
Like my
down the
old
middle.
coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Paul George. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it fly from long range. That
The
out
board
is
by
range.
me.
And no
We're
good.
running. Straight to the right. Oh my
Coast to
God.
coast, and the strong finish at the rim. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He
This
came
has
out
been
out
a
of the
great
gate,
team
attacked,
effort.
found ways
I
to
can't
get
wait
to
till
the
they
rim.
start putting
Now look how
interviews in.
easy the game is coming to him.
To Leonard. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Kawhi Leonard. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Just a ball handling wizard, still putting people
No
under his
way.
spell.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Ball handling wizard.
Spins and scores.
Oh man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size.
Kawhi?
In today's
Doesn't
game,
even sound
dexterity
like
and
Kawhi.
mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Oh yeah, good D. Run that up. Oh
Just
yeah.
inside the arc, at the buzzer. So the two teams will head to the locker room as we reach the break here in game number 3. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
The Hawks entered the locker room at halftime with a significant lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed. Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
I'm gonna make this quick.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Gilgeous-Alexander to George. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Great dish to set it up and finishes strong.
He's running
This
all
type
over.
of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Trae Young to Howard.
Hey.
Shot from in close, no good. Oh, George with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, eh?
From long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Gilgeous-Alexander to Paul George. Has a look. The shot by George won't go down. Off the assist.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
To George. Strong finish for Paul George. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Howard. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Gets a shot up
Can't
off the
get
mark.
nothing this
After a
game,
miss like
dog.
that, you at least have to rub your
We
hands
ain't
on your
even
shorts.
trying.
At least make it seem like the ball slipped.
First game, it was kind of a challenge, ain't gonna lie. They were killing
To
us.
Trae Young.
First half, we couldn't get a
Nothing
bucket
going
or
here
none
on
of
that
that.
drive.
Ended up winning, though. You know?
For 3, knocks it down.
Trae Young, he
That
said,
change
we
is
seen
inevitable.
cold blood.
And
We
one of
ice
the things
hawk.
that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Yes.
That was a
And the
late
foul.
whistle,
And a
ref. That
chance
was
of
late.
3 coming up.
That was
So many
late.
times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw good, so they get the 3-point play, but it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. Here comes the screen. To Howard. Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
In a flash, scores at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Nothing going here on that drive. Try to cash in. Add 2 points to the board.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
I got him. Here we go. Here we go.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Paul George.
Paul George trying to run.
just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Yeah, I've been in
That's
this
all
situation
right.
before.
Hey,
Just raise
hey.
your hand. We got to switch.
Hey. Scoreboard. Where the D at?
To Trae Young. Fires the three. He has certainly been on target from downtown.
Fire.
He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
George, defended by Howard. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Trae Young. And the finish at the rim.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Right.
Come on, y'all, let's go get it. It's on us.
Almost up by 40. I don't got nothing but 17 points in this bump. The White Howard, Trae Young must be dropping these boys off. Jabari too.
The Hawks with 4 to shoot. Knocks it down from mid-range.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
To Redick.
Already, JJ.
On the arc. It's Sabonis with the
We out
rebound.
here.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court.
Can I
That's
get
why
one?
this team is special.
Ooh.
That's off the side of the rim, no good.
I did
Williams
pass it
into
to
the
open
front
side,
court.
but so
Down
what?
a bundle. George to the basket, but it won't go. Parker into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Trae Young. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a chance. Jumper's good.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers
41,
working collectively together
42.
as one.
Can't
That's
count.
how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
George lets it fly, and he knocks it
I
down.
like that. I like that, Paul.
doubt
You
about
putting
where
in
that
that
one
for
was
him.
headed.
Trae Young.
Good
Nice
play,
pace,
Trae.
sets it up and slams it down. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line. There you go, Jack. And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative. Because right now, the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Meaning,
Because I don't know who Irene is. Nobody knows who Irene is. But he know what this green is.
fires the three, knocks it down, and the foul. He's
I ain't
going to
even
the
gonna taunt
line
him.
for a
I ain't
chance
gonna
at
taunt
a point play.
But did you see on that three-point shot, did you see him slightly kick his legs out? By kicking his legs out, the defender runs into the legs, there's contact. That's how you get a 4-point play potentially.
He should have just stayed where he was at. Look at him. Look at him. Might want to come over and just jump over here and try to foul me before you intentionally did that right there. Off?
And he can't convert
Forget
the free
about
throw.
it.
To George.
45 points, buddy. Come on, Kawhi, Paulie. Show me something, Paulie.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. Trae Young. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
Too much sauce.
Williams across the timeline. His guys down big. Hawks have it.
Come on now. Oh.
And count the basket.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's.
Taking it straight to the
handles
rack.
are effortless.
What you mean? I thought I was going to get the ball stolen from up that hesitation, but hey. Come on now.
Nice pass to set things up.
Underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of them.
Here's Atlanta. Driving right to the basket.
He's strong.
Down the lane to lay it in.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Paul George.
3.5 minutes
To
in this
Williams.
fourth quarter.
He'll get it down low to Harrell.
There is no way to come back from 50
With the
points.
fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
And if you don't contest,
Paul
he's knocking
George,
that down with
Kawhi
ease.
Leonard, they didn't have an answer this game.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. To Trae Young. Has a look. Can't connect. Redick with it. Looking to make something happen. Williams to Paul George. And scores.
When things click, they click. That's good offense right there.
Trae Young. Sit down with authority.
Oh,
I'll give
man,
him one
did you
more
see that
poster.
swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looks like that in his hand. George to Williams. Screen coming. Williams.
Ugh.
Monster stuff.
Trey, get out the
When
paint.
get
You
your
ain't no
prescription,
big
you take your medicine
man.
and you call it a day.
It's Atlanta ball. Trae Young. Surveys the floor.
Oh, you don't want this to work.
5 to shoot for Atlanta.
I'll take that green. Give me
And he
that 30
buries it.
green.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
To Williams.
Big boy DV.
Now ready to shoot at the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
5 points is lemon pepper Lou. Ooh.
And he connects on the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. The screen sets him up for two.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Screen coming. Williams to George. Ah, rocking the rim. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
To Howard. Trying to cash in. And a putback slam.
Oof, really showing no mercy here. This one is out of hand, and the offense is still pouring it on.
LA Clippers with the basketball. They get it to George. Down low. Shot from the lane. Won't go.
Kawhi.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Parker. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's been
no
a good
mercy.
night from beyond the arc. He's 5 of 6 from deep.
It's called room and rhythm, Ed. If you don't crowd him defensively, you allow him to have room, he will find that rhythm from behind the arc.
Little R&R has never hurt anybody, Jay.
I see, that's how you win the game. I don't care. Trey, who taught you how to do that dagger work? Who taught you that fine archery?
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
My boy Kawhi said, "This is my second finals, bro. This is my second finals, bro. I wanted to win finals MVP."
19-footer at the buzzer. Shot at the buzzer.
Why he doing them like that?
Sportsmanship. An already contentious battle has now come to a close.
Are you
the
serious?
Hawks are victorious. They've taken a commanding lead in this best-of-7 series. 3 games to none. 1 victory left. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more.
Yeah.
The Hawks were merciless in this game. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they scored their points.
Brian King, you can't forget about him.
What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored.
The
for
big
the Atlanta
three.
Hawks. The Clippers really lost big in this matchup, and you can tell it was tough on them. And it's games like this,
goodness.
veteran players can be so important.
Ouch.
They've been through
Did he
these
hit his
types
head
of
on the
blowouts,
floor?
and they know what it takes to keep
Hey,
the locker room
hey.
united. The Clippers got their score from the guys you're seeing here on screen.
Paul George, we got to fight. He just hit his head on the floor.
Game track. Second chance points.
The Atlanta Hawks did a fantastic job of closing out on the offensive boards. Even better, they were able to convert those opportunities into second chance points. These guys did an incredible job of being assertive once the ball was in the air.
Player of the game.
When you see these highlights, it's easy to see how this guy earned the award. His impact on the game wasn't lost on anyone.
$32.77. That's what's up.
Here are the top plays from the game.
Oh.
Number 2.
Hey.
Number 1.
Hey. 5-minute mark.
On behalf of Ed Coyne and Jay Williams,
About to
this
get
is
up out of
Jalen
here.
Rose
Go get some
signing
food.
off.
Whoa. All right.